Welcome back to the Quail Hill Cottage, and we hope that you all had a wonderful Easter weekend. Our family had a lot of things going on. We decorated eggs, we went to a community egg hunt, we made some different desserts and goodies, and of course, we had a wonderful Easter Sunday with our church family and then my parents back at our house for lunch and an Easter egg hunt. The girls have really loved watching our videos on YouTube, and Josey had the idea that she might like to help make part of one of our videos, and so we spent one Saturday filming a day in the life of Josey, and so she is going to take over now and share with you what that day looked like.
This morning I had to wake up before everyone else and get dressed because I had cello class. I knew my sister wasn't feeling well, so I fed the cats for her. And my favorite breakfast is cereal in the morning, so I'm having that. I just reached my cello class, and now I'm playing. Right now we had to go to Home Depot to get some plants for Mom's garden. I really liked the strawberries that we had gotten. I got back and had lunch, and I did my piano practice. Thursday afternoon, I got to play, and one of the games me and Marnie like to play is we have these little mice, and we like to act them. And we're filming a little movie about them where they have to like move away because of war from the rats and things.
The war's happening soon. We have to right now. Hurry!
I had dinner, and now I'm putting my towel up, and I got dressed in my pajamas. I'm folding my laundry right now because every week we have one day where we fold our laundry and put it away. Thanks for spending a day in the day of the life of Josey.
So I am here outside and I just wanted to take a minute to share with you some of our plans for projects this summer. So we have a lot of ideas of things we'd like to do. The only caveat is that our budget is $0. So we are going to try and use things we already own or things that we have to complete some outdoor projects that will be things that we want to have long term. We don't want to do just like cheap jobs that are going to be undone in a few years. But all of these materials we were either given for free or we bought for pretty cheap a while ago, like when we first bought the house. So I'm going to share some of those with you. Obviously, this will take a lot of manpower, but we're trying to spend no money on it. And we may spend all summer on just one of these projects, but these are the ideas we have of things we could do in the yard. Okay, so the first project we have already started is these brick raised beds that Josh has been working on for a while now. So the brick we bought very cheap when we first moved into the house, and then the pavers that are on top are so that we don't run out of brick. And they were given to us by someone who had finished a patio project. So we are gonna have 3 of these. The first one is done. We just need to attach the pavers on top. The second one is probably halfway through, and then we're gonna have a third one over here. So there used to be a raised bed here. It didn't look raised from the front, but this area slopes down and it was raised in the back. And we've just changed the area to have more of a gentle slope going down from all of these beds into the fruit trees, which we affectionately call the orchard. So I'm standing underneath the orchard, and it was a pleasant surprise to find that the man who had built and owned our house before us had loved trees. The neighbor said he was a tree guy. So there are tons of trees in our yard, very unusual for this area, which is desert. So anything that's growing besides sagebrush in this area pretty much was cultivated and has to be watered. So we have 5 fruit trees in a row right here. And they were fruit bearing when we got the house last summer, even though they'd been neglected over last winter. So we're excited with a little bit of care to see what they yield. So we have the raised beds up here that we're working on, and then we have these fruit trees. And beyond that, all the way to that other group of trees back there, we want to build a huge family garden eventually. So there's irrigation all the way out to that group of trees. And so I would love to turn everything from here to there into a big family garden. We want lots of berries, we want pumpkin, we want melons, we want corn, we just want to grow everything. But that will probably not happen this year. We don't have the funds necessarily to do all of the drip irrigation that would be needed. We want to put up a cheap fence. And then also out there, we would love to add animals one day. So we want to have a half of it that would be for our chickens. Josh really wants a peacock to guard the chickens, so we'll see about that. And then my girls would really love a mini donkey or goats. So that's the long-term plans. I don't think much will happen with that this year, except for maybe we'll start pulling out some sagebrush and cultivating some of those areas. But it's fun to know that that potential is there, that there's already water out there. And so we can kind of cultivate from here all the way down to that group of trees. Okay, the last place that I have plans for that I think I can work on for pretty much free or very, very cheap is the front beds in front of our house. We pretty much weeded them and emptied them all out when we got the house, and then they've just kind of been empty, and I'm starting to see what's coming up from the previous owner. We had a garden consultant come out and help us last fall, find out what all we had in our yard, what we needed to take care of, what maybe was in a bad place and needed to be taken out. And she gave us a lot of great advice on what plants will work here. So I have a good list, but I would love to turn these beds into kind of a cottage garden, maybe a cottage garden with like a Western flair to reflect the area that we're in. But I don't have a lot of money or any money for plants right now. I have the materials I need to start seeds using soil blocking, and I have some seeds. So my plan is, even though I'm a little late to the game, to start some really good perennials from seed and kind of cultivate those all summer. And then next spring, I'll have some quart-sized plants that I can plug into different areas in this cottage garden to just get some things going. I already have some peonies that the previous owner had. We have some hollyhock that there's just a patch of growing wild out by the raised beds that we have. And hollyhocks are fun because they're biennials, so they grow foliage one year and then the next year they flower. Then those plants drop their seeds and they start a new cycle of plants growing. So I tried to grow those in Georgia. They didn't grow very well. I was really excited to see that was one of the things growing here. So I thought about transplanting some of those ones that are growing out by the raised beds and putting them in here for the cottage garden. And then besides that, I think I'm going to focus on growing lavender from seed because I just want lavender everywhere. And maybe if I can get 25 lavender plants started this year and keep those alive, that would be a really great start to this kind of cottage area. So those are a lot of the outdoor projects that we can do for free, that just take time and work. That we want to get done. Now, what usually happens is because we still have a toddler, if Josh is working on an outside project, I'm normally manning the inside. So I am the one making the food, I'm the one cleaning up from the food, I'm the one changing the diapers and doing the nap times and all that stuff, which is fine. But one aspect of just a big family and having little kids is that usually if Josh is working on something, I have to be full-time in the house, keeping the laundry going, all that stuff. And if I want to do a project, he is covering the kids for me. So projects take a lot longer than they used to. We're not able to stay up late and get stuff done anymore like we used to be able to do. And then because we homeschool and the kids are here all the time, there's just not really a lot of breaks from that. So that is something we've had to come to grips with, and it has caused frustration, and our expectations sometimes can be disappointed, but that has just been a reality that we've had to manage. So these projects will go really slowly. We will knock them out as we can, and it will be messy, and we will maybe not get other things done that we'd like to get done. But I'm trying to embrace that and just keep the big picture in mind. It's spring break week this week in our town, and so I think we're gonna kind of take a little bit of a break ourselves and get to work on some of these other projects. So the first project I have is for this space right here. I found a little desk at the thrift store, and it's in pretty rough shape, but I want to strip the old finish off of it and just sand it down to a natural wood. I've done that with a few other pieces for the girls' rooms, and I really like the look of it, a more natural kind of pine look. And that is going to be a little desk for our laptop to charge at, for the girls to do math at. One of the drawers will be kind of a charging station for iPads that we use for school and also for music. And I don't really have a great place for all those things yet. So once I can get this desk done, that will be right there in front of that window, and hopefully a little spot for them to work on computer work. I have some plants that I potted into hanging pots that I need to install to keep them out of reach of my cats. And then I have some lampshades that I would like to recover in fabric. I have all the supplies, and it should be an easy way to add some color to these rooms. I just need to find the time to do it and the mental space to wrap my head around a new skill. I don't know about you, but after a busy holiday weekend, my house needed a little attention. I had strep the week before Easter, and even though I wasn't contagious by the weekend, I was still in a lot of pain until Monday. I forgot how painful that is. So that, combined with all the holiday clutter, led me to realize we needed a break this week. So we took off school, which was spring break for our area, and we spent time outside. The girls got to focus on some of their hobbies and play more than usual. And then I got to tackle some areas of the house that I've been wanting to get to, but just don't ever feel like I have the time to get to during the homeschooling weeks. And I've discovered, as we've settled into this new to us house, that I am an improver by nature. I look at things and situations and immediately start to think how I can make them function better, be more efficient, more beautiful. And while this can be a blessing in certain areas and certain times, it can also feel like a burden to me and the people that have to live with me sometimes. And I'm having more of these thoughts about this house since moving into it, because Josh and I hope that we will have this house in our family for a long time. So I'm more naturally inclined than I think I was in our house in Georgia to just go around dreaming and thinking about how to make each area of it better. But I don't have the energy, time, or money right now to really do anything with all those ideas and plans. And so it can tend then to leave me discontent or frustrated or kind of in a negative mindset. And it can also tend to make me not want to do just the daily, boring, mundane tasks that are actually needed to make our house a home. So in general, that line of thinking for me, that improving line of thinking right now is just not very helpful. I've been trying to channel that improver mentality into things I can actually focus on right now, like the projects I showed you outside and inside, and then just taking time daily to keep my home clean and functioning in whatever state it's in. I'm trying to retrain my natural tendency to improve, to become someone who looks around at their home and the people in it and enjoys where we are at right now and the moments happening right now, instead of just always focusing on something down the road. And I know when it does come time to make changes in our home, my improver mentality and the thought that I've put into it will be really helpful. But this spring and summer, I'm consciously focusing on finding the beauty in what's going on right now in our life. And you'd think that I'd have learned this lesson after 15 years of motherhood, and yet I need those reminders each week and day as I attempt to love my family. Next week, I'm planning on a big homeschooling video, how and why we started, what I use for homeschooling, what a day looks like in our family. And if it gets too long, I may have to split it up into a couple different videos. But I'm hoping this will be a good and easy watch for someone who is wondering how it works in a big family. So thank you for watching and subscribing, and I hope you have a wonderful week.